What's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be continuing the series on the best cartoon theme songs of the 90s. In last week's video, I covered the best theme songs that the year 1990 had to offer. Continuing with that theme, today's video is going to cover the topic of the best cartoon theme songs of the year 1991. So just like in last week's video, the criteria is going to remain the same. Obviously, it needs to be a cartoon. Also, it needs to have released in 1991. Altogether, 1991 had a vast better selection of the cartoon theme songs than 1990 did. It was actually kind of difficult for me to choose the top 4. That's how close they were. The rest of the list could honestly be rearranged to however you like. The only selection that I'm confident in is number 10. It's just nowhere near as good as the others. So without further ado, kicking off our list at number 10 is going to be Where's Wally? Where's Wally premiered on CBS Kids on September 14th, 1991, and only lasted 3 months, ending on December 14th of that same year. An interesting fact about Where's Wally that I didn't know was that the great voice actor Jim Cummings actually narrated the TV show. So the reason that Where's Wally ranks in at number 10 is, to be quite frank, it's kind of plain. The intro literally just repeats itself, Where's Wally? But just in case you didn't get the message, there's a few female backup singers that reinforces the idea of, well, where's Wally? At the end of the day, it's just a plain, generic 90s cartoon intro that ranks in at number 10.
Where's Wally?
Where's Wally? Where's Wally?
Coming in at number 9 is the TV show Mr. Bogus. Mr. Bogus premiered in syndication, or multiple TV stations, on September 28th, 1991, and actually lasted 2 years, ending on November 22nd of 1993. Now, like the name implies, the show is kind of bogus. It's about a little yellow gremlin that lives in the walls of a house and causes problems and antics before actually solving said problems. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think I saw maybe one episode as a kid. I didn't really watch this cartoon that much, but when researching these songs, it was a pretty interesting theme song. Definitely better than just repeating itself, Where's Wally?
Cause it's time for Mr. Bogus to come out and play.
He's wild. He's cool. He's bogus.
So coming in at number 8 is the TV show Back to the Future. Yeah, you heard that right. Back to the Future. Not the movies, the actual cartoon, believe it or not. Back to the Future premiered on CBS on September 14th, 1991, and lasted until December 26th of 1992. Fun fact of the show, this was actually the first TV debut of Bill Nye, the science guy, as his own show did not air until 1993. Now, a lot of people say that this show picks up right after where the movie trilogy left off. But the producer, Bob Gale, he stated numerous times that this took place in its own kind of what-if alternate timeline. As far as the theme song goes, though, I'm sorry, it doesn't live up to the hype of its namesake. While it's not a horrible theme song, it's just not as good as you would expect something of the caliber of Back to the Future to be. But just like Mr. Bogus, at least it doesn't just repeat its name like Where's Wally. So it has that going for it. So in at number 7 is Yo Yogi. Yo Yogi premiered on NBC September 14th, 1991, and only lasted 3 months, ending in December 7th of the same year. Yo Yogi features a lot of other Hanna-Barbera characters like Huckleberry Hound and Snagglepuss, and is set in a time when Yogi was a teenager. To be honest with you, the theme song is the only thing that Yo Yogi probably has going for it, and that's not saying much because the theme song isn't that great either. It was widely hated, and for good reason. The show was just kind of garbage. As like a lot of other shows did, such as Tiny Toon Adventures and Tom and Jerry Kids and Scooby-Dooby Kids and all that, this was probably the only show that I did not like the re-themed kid version over the original.
Sticking his nose in everyone's business. Looking for trouble, that's what his job is.
So coming in at number 6 is Super Mario World. Super Mario World aired on NBC on September 14th, 1991, and again only lasted 3 months and ended on December 7th, 1991. I think in the early 90s, Nintendo was trying to capitalize on the Mario franchise because there was a couple of different cartoon shows and they were all kind of garbage, to be honest with you. I mean, at least they were better than that god-awful movie. I mean, look, I love the Mario franchise. One of my favorite things to do is to play Mario Kart and Mario Party with a group of friends. But Nintendo needs to just keep Mario away from movies and TV. Just keep it as a video game. It's just like Yo Yogi. The theme song is the only good thing that this cartoon has going for it. Again, not saying much. When I listen to this theme song and watch it, it kind of looks like Mario meets the Flintstones. I don't know what they were going for.
Super Mario World, it's a blast from the past. It's Super Mario World, you got to move fast.
At number 5, we have one of the greatest 90s cartoons to ever grace our TV sets. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is of course Ren and Stimpy. Ren and Stimpy aired on Nickelodeon on August 11th, 1991 and ran all the way until October 20th of 1996. Ren and Stimpy, I feel, was one of the cartoons that inspired a lot of the creators of your adult-themed cartoons nowadays. When watching Ren and Stimpy in the 90s, I wish I was a little bit older just so I could appreciate all the adult humor the show had to offer. I don't know how this show got approved for kids, but I'll take it because I loved the hell out of this show. As far as the theme song goes, while yes, it may not be one of the best because it's just instrumentals, my bias cannot let me put it below number 5. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. Fucking love this show. Alright, getting into the best of the best as far as theme songs go now. Number 2 through 4, any of these songs could be rearranged. Number 1 is pretty spot on, but the next couple of songs could definitely be rearranged if you wanted to. But at number 4, we have Tasmania. Tasmania aired on Fox on September 7th, 1991 and lasted until May 22nd of 1995. The show follows Taz in the land of, well, you guessed it, Tasmania. Just like most of the other Tiny Toon shows, I absolutely loved this show. My favorite thing about the theme song is the clearly false Aussie accent that the singer does. And this is definitely one of those songs that will get stuck in your head after hearing it.
Welcome to Atlantic's Way, under, down, under. The sky's always yellow in rain or shine.
Down to Tasmania, come to Tasmania.
When Topsy meets Tubby, they start to spin like a Tasmanian devil and his closest kin.
So coming in at number 3, we have one of my personal favorite cartoons of all time, and that's Doug. Doug aired on Nickelodeon on August 11th, 1991 for the first 4 seasons, and then was picked up by ABC for the following seasons and lasted until June 26th of 1999. So quick question, does anyone not like Doug? Because I don't think I've ever ran into anyone who does not like Doug. As said before, Doug is one of my all-time favorite cartoons. The theme of this cartoon is just so simple and chill, but yet so iconic. As soon as you hear Pork Chop's bark, followed by the doo 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 doo, you just can't stop yourself. I mean, right now, all I'm wanting to do is continue just saying doo 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 doo. It's so simple, but I don't know what it is about it. You just can't stop yourself. And in at number 2, we have probably the most iconic Nickelodeon cartoon there is, and that's Rugrats. Rugrats aired on Nickelodeon, of course, on August 11th, 1991, and ran all the way until August 1st of 2004. I don't know anyone around my age, I was born in 1990, that doesn't know what Rugrats is, and I definitely don't know anyone who doesn't like the theme song, or doesn't like the show, period. There was a sequel to Rugrats later called All Grown Up, but we don't speak of that here. Like I said, Rugrats is probably the most iconic cartoon for Nickelodeon, and also one of its longest running. I think SpongeBob has been running longer, but Rugrats definitely ran for a long time. And again, just like with Doug, the music is very simple, but damn if it is not epic at the same time. I wanted to give this iconic theme song and show #1, but I just couldn't put it above the actual #1. And finally, coming in at #1, we have, if you haven't already guessed it, Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck aired on ABC on September 8th, 1991, and lasted until December 5th of 1992. Now, if this was just a top 10 cartoons list, then this would definitely not be this high. But since it is theme songs, I mean, this is about as iconic as you can get for 90s theme songs. It's up there. Just hearing that singer for the first time yell, "Darkwing Duck," followed up by "When There's Trouble Just Call DW," it just gets you fucking pumped up. I don't know what it is about it. It just gets you wanting to watch this damn cartoon. Now, if only the cartoon itself was as epic as the intro, but that's not what this list is about. It's about the cartoon theme songs. And this, hands down, is the best cartoon theme song of 1991. It's the list. I hope you enjoyed watching this. Maybe it brought some childhood memories of you sitting in your PJs on that Saturday morning, eating cereal, watching some of these cartoons for the very first time, or watching them with some of your kids now. I love reliving a lot of these nostalgic feelings and memories and shows, and that's why I started this channel. I just wanted to go over a lot of the nostalgic content that I have. If you want to like and subscribe, you can. I'm not really doing this for money or anything like that. I'm just doing it for the sheer enjoyment I have. I wish I could upload the songs in their entirety like I did in the previous video, but YouTube apparently doesn't like you when you do that, so I can only do clips. But I'm going to continue this series, hopefully on a weekly basis. You know, I do have a job, so I don't know how long it'll take me. I'm not really good at this whole editing and YouTube stuff. I'm still learning. This is my first time trying to do a voice thing, which, yes, I know I do not have a really good video speaking voice, but oh well. Shit happens. It's the only voice I got. Alright, till next week's video, have a good time.